Hey, it's Friday in my world, and I'm home. We made it home a day early. Um, the loads just kind of landed that way, and I was happy to accept it. So, it's ever nice to be home. I'm really happy to be home. I have some stuff backing up at home here anyway, so I'm happy to take an extra day here. This is good. So, just for the update, we delivered our lumber to Rockford, Ontario, back here in Canada. Fairly uneventful. Nice drive. Rain on and off, but we made it just fine. And then they brought us back to the yard empty. So that was for a nice finish of the day. And then went in and talked to the dispatchers and folks and my training folks. Signed off with my driver trainer, Gary. I was very pleased with my progress and how things went. So he signed off on me. I'm good to go. I'm very, 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 very pleased. What can I say about training? So this is, I'm 1 month in now, so I did 1 week of orientation with some other folks all at the same time. I did 3 weeks, well, 1 week plus 3 weeks in the truck with Gary. Monday to Friday, non-stop doing long haul-ish stuff. Long haul, but you're home on the weekends. So I don't know if you really call that true long haul or not, right? But anyway, up and down the East Coast, in and out of Canada. That's kind of the bread and butter of what this company does. And so I'm at the end of week number 4. And I feel very, very accomplished. I feel like I did it. There's a lot more than just driving the truck. I knew there'd be more than just driving the truck, but there's a lot more than just driving the truck with these people. And because I wanted to get into flatbed so bad, it's all of the securement stuff. So really, the job really breaks down. I mean, he's teaching me every step, and it's hundreds of steps to learn all at the same time. And for me, for my learning style, I need to see things organized. I need to make sense of it, make it organized in my head. And I was having trouble with that the first week, and then I had the first weekend off and came back, and I was like, oh, I think I'm kind of getting it now. It really, all of these things he's been teaching me really breaks it down into four categories. So there's the securement, and then all of the documents that go along with the load, customs, bill of lading, invoicing, all of that stuff that the driver has to do their part in making sure it gets sent to the right place and whatnot. The actual driving the truck portion, and then the e-logs and like everything that keeps up with that. So it was really 4 sections of the job that I needed to learn. I think as a trainer, if he had have explained, buddy, there's 4 sections, and then reminded me which section it is as we're doing tasks, instead of just saying, okay, now you do this, now you do this, now you do this. And I'm like, well, how does this relate to the last thing I did, you know? So I fed some of that back to him as a trainer, and I don't know, it'd be cool if he adapted it a little bit for the next guy, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so I fed some of that back to him, and I have it. I got it. It'll be I won't be as quick as everybody else, obviously, out of the gate. I'll be slower, but there's no reason why I can't get going. That's what his recommendation was. You can put Jeff's good. You can put him in a truck right away, and he'll do what he's supposed to do for you, and we can go make money, and he's safe. So I was very thrilled to hear that. I feel very good, very accomplished. I know it's only a 4-week basic training scenario for truck driving, but I feel really, really good. I think way more challenging than everything I just said out of those last 3 weeks with Gary, the whole training in the truck training portion, way more than the job, is being able to be with someone 24 hours a day, Monday to Friday, or plus more if you're depending on the week. That adds a whole other dimension to it. Just being with someone with very little escape. Because when you're doing the job, it's 12 to 14 hours a day, just the job. And then you finally stop doing the job at the end of your day, and it's all you can do to escape. To be like, man, I gotta go be by myself for a while or whatever, you know? So I know what I need. I need a certain amount of that on a regular basis. And I had to explain to Gary a couple times, or let him know, look, I'm gonna go be by myself. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna go have dinner on that picnic table right now, and I'm gonna make a few phone calls or whatever. So we both knew we're gonna take some alone time now, you know. And I mean, great guy. Nothing to complain about with him or his personality or how who he is as a person. Me personally, I can just only take so much of, like, people in general. I need to be by myself sometimes. So that to me was probably the most challenging. I mean, the rest of it is just stuff. It's tasks, and I can get used to stuff. Yeah, I can learn, right? I can learn to drive the truck better. I can learn do documents and paperwork, tasks and all that kind of stuff. But being in that scenario, and that's an odd training scenario. I can't, you know, other than like the military, even with the military, even if you're doing basic training with the military, you might not be by yourself as much as you'd like, but you're not with your trainers. You're not with the trainer the whole, you know, at nighttime. You know, so anyway, so that's kind of my report on truck training. And what's next for me? So this whole thing started, and the reason why I'm with this company is because I saw at a convention, and I was asking a lot of companies questions around specialty freight, oversized, overdimension, overweight, permit loads. And these guys had an expert there. His name was Wade, and he answered a lot of my questions. And it was just so happened that the company that Wade worked for was just being, it was an acquisition. They were being bought by the parent company that I'm working for now. So they've been buying a lot of trucking companies all over the place and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think it's a great place to work. It's going to work out just fine for me. But he comes from that world. He comes from that business, and he had a lot of great things, great answers to my questions. And so that's how this whole thing started. And I'm really pleased that I don't have to chase it. They're after me to continue with a different trainer now, starting on Monday, to go and learn the specialty freight business, which is my goal. So I don't have to. It's one of the reasons why I chose this company. It's a flatbed company, and there was an opportunity for specialty. And there was another company that I was very interested in, large company too. They have mostly van. I would have to do van like everybody else for probably a year and a half, and then try and talk them into getting me on their flatbed program, which they didn't have a ton of, and then I'd probably have to leave that company and go to a different company in order to get into specialty. So the fact that I was able to choose this company that's all flatbed and then get into learning specialty right away at week 5, I guess. I'll probably spend 2 weeks with that guy, week 5, 6, learning the ins and outs of permits and like advanced securement and that kind of thing. And then I suspect I will be, they'll give me a truck and I'll be on my own, and I'll probably work off the 2 load boards. I'll probably work off of the specialty freight load board, and if there's not enough of that for a new guy like me, I'm sure there's enough for their business, but they might not want to give it all, or give me full time of it, then I can work off this other tandem flatbed board of the stuff I was just doing with Gary. So I'm extremely pleased. This is going, I set the intention out to the universe, and that this is what my goal is and this is what I want to do, and I let it go, and then I try to be, that's one of the things I really enjoy about truck driving, about the job, is it is quite intense, especially for a newer guy like me, and I'm spending a lot of time in the moment. It's like riding my motorcycle. I don't think about all of the other things going on with my day while I'm doing those tasks. So there's a large portion of the day I'm being very mindful. I'm being very in the moment on the task. My mind's not wandering a whole bunch. Every once in a while it does, but that might change later on when I really get used to it and it becomes second nature to me. But right now I'm really enjoying being in the moments. So I set the intention a long time ago of what I want to do, and I've been in the moments lately just expecting it to happen. And that's really what the universe is handing me. So I'm very, very pleased. So that's the end of truck driver basic training. And I guess you could say I go to advanced training for 2 weeks starting Monday. And I'll say it, I'm very, very pleased. So I'm going to go have a weekend. It's a long weekend. Actually, I'm going to, my plan today is to fix my motorcycle that's been broken for far too long right now. So I have parts came while I was away, and I have to go and get a tool first thing this morning that I don't have in order to continue on with the job, and then I'm going to fix my bike. So if I get time later on, I'll make a little video about that. Thanks for checking in. Hey, it's Friday in my world, and I'm home. Let me start that again.